Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Lambent Flux back here again with a very special video for you today. And as you can see, I've got Michael here tricked out in some Spec Ops gear just for the aesthetics, of course. And I have a nice little stealth looking car back behind there. But my objective today is to assault the base, the Fort Zancudo, which is in this area of the map right here. And I'm sure a lot of you have tried assaulting this base, some successful, some not so much, but if you have, you notice that front base, the front entrance right there to the base, can be kind of a bitch sometimes. So I prefer to go to the rear entrance over here, because it's much closer to my objective, which today is to acquire one of the fighter jets that they have on the base. And there are quite a few of them, like 4 or 5 from what I can tell, and they are really close to this back entrance. So what you're going to do is you're going to drive up through this road here, and you're just going to want to blast straight through the security checkpoint here. Because if you don't, that guy right there will annihilate you with great accuracy. And what you're going to do is drive onto this little runway here and hope to God the tank does not annihilate you within 2 seconds of going onto the runway, because those things can be pretty damn accurate. So I go ahead and I hop on this plane here. I'm getting shot at and everything. I got full body armor, so I'm not too worried about it. So I get through this into the plane here, and I start moving, getting shot at by the tank. That one gets really close. He blows up his own Jeep there, and so I go ahead and take off, thinking, okay, I'm in the clear. I mean, plane's not too damaged or anything, so I'm flying, and yeah, you know what? They've got anti-air missiles that fire on you, and I didn't do too good of a job dodging those right there. So you can see my plane's smoking right now, and that's not a good thing. So I have to make a judgment call here. Do I just go ahead and bail and then try again, or do I do something else? So you know what I decided to do? I decided to turn back and go to the base, and I'm going to make another run at it. And you know, you might think it's a suicide mission, well, it kind of is. But I'm going to go fly back there, and as you'll see here in a second, it is the correct judgment call there, because the plane actually dies on me right here. I'm just gliding at this point. There's no engine, no anything, so I'm just gliding, hoping I can make it to the base in time to make it back there without landing outside the gate. So I bail here, I pop my chute, and I just make it in, just barely. So I'm trying to get as close as I possibly can. So I land here, and it's still a long run, so I'm just trying my hardest to get over here. I equip my gun just in case I need to use it, and I'm just running across. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they think I'm a super badass or something, and they're not sending people after me. I'm in the middle of the runway, and I don't have anybody shooting at me right now. I don't know what's going on. It's just a crazy lucky break I'm getting right now. So I'm just running. I'm trying to maximize on this lucky break I got here. So I'm running, and you know, it takes a little while to get to the plane, and the entire time I'm just thinking, oh god, there's gonna be a tank roll around the corner, and he's just gonna take my head off with the turret. But surprisingly enough, he doesn't. The only people that I really run into right as I'm getting to the plane are these 2 soldiers over here, and they start shooting at me right when I start touching the plane there. You see them right there. They're shooting at me. I got my body armor, so I'm still okay. And there's that tank I was thinking. But luckily it misses me on that shot, and I'm thinking, it's right there. It's going to kill me. It's going to kill me. So I take off, and somehow it shoots like a story or 2 above my head. So I'm just thinking I'm really lucky. So I'm flying here, and I'm watching for these missiles again. This time I am not going to get screwed over. I dodged that missile, and luckily that's the only missile they fire at me. So now all I got to do is, I'm not getting chased by their jets or anything like that, so I'm just flying. I need to lose that wanted level, because I don't want to lose this jet. I lost that first one, but this one's in damn near perfect shape, so I'm just going to go ahead and fly straight out into the water. Hopefully I don't get spotted by a helicopter or something else. But I just love these jets. They've got missiles, they've got guns, they fly really fast, they're really nimble, agile, everything. So I'm really hoping I can keep this one. So I'm just flying, trying to get rid of that wanted level, and I'm just trying to avoid any police whatsoever, so I can lose it and just land it. And now I have bought one of the hangars as Michael at the airport, so that is where I'm going to go to land this plane. And luckily, I think you can hear a few seconds, you'll see that I actually do lose my wanted level, and there it goes right there. So now all I have to do now is just go back to the base and land it and get it in that hangar without blowing it up or anything, and I should be good to go. So I'm almost there. I'm just flying. I'm just trying to not fly too crazy yet, because I don't want to accidentally nosedive into the water or something. That would just not be good. I would kick myself if I was doing that. So I'm just flying here as nicely as I possibly can to get to this runway here, and I'm almost there. I put out the landing gear. I just try to land as carefully as possible so I don't lose anything. And you'll see here in a second. Yeah, that luck almost runs out. So I land, and what comes into my screen? I hear it. What is it? Oh, it's a jet. And look at that. Look at that. I barely dodged that thing. That wing almost gets me too. So I'm just right there. There's my hangar. I just barely dodged that plane so I didn't get crushed. I get into the hangar. I'm just trying to be as gentle as possible so I don't lose this thing. And I pull a little too forward there, so I just back up, you know, try to keep it away from any walls. And finally park the thing. I get out of it. And there we go. So I have the plane in my hangar now, and that is not necessarily an easy thing to do. I am just really surprised that I was able to land back in there after losing the first jet, parachute in, and run to the plane without any real resistance until I got back in the plane. So here's a little bit of me just messing around with the plane after I, saved, so I didn't lose the plane. I was looking, and I got a wanted level, and I look on I see there on my radar there's this red blip up there at the north, and I'm just wondering what that is. So I open up my map here. I go over towards where it was, and I see that it's actually just over the military base. So I'm wondering if maybe that's another jet or a military helicopter or something. So I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I'll get some revenge. So I start flying that way, and here I go ahead and fast forward through all this for you. So it doesn't take as long to fly over there as a helicopter would, but it still takes a little while. So I go ahead and fast forward, and now I'm at the base. And right when I get to the base, I lose my wanted level. So, and I don't see the red dot anymore, so I check on my map here, and sure enough, it's not there anymore. So, you know what? I want to get that red dot back, so I decided just to dive bomb right in the military base, fire a couple missiles off, and there we go. Instantly got 5 stars again. So I see some red dots on there. I don't know if one of them's the plane or a helicopter or something, so I'm just cruising around, and then I just see this one on the radar. It flies pretty fast past me. I didn't see what it was, but I'm thinking, okay, maybe that's it. So I'm right here. I don't notice it at first, and there we go. Then I turn, and I'm heading towards it, and I'm wondering, oh, and I look at it, and sure enough, there's a son of a bitch right there. It's another jet, and luckily enough, my missiles lock onto it, and I just fire 4 of them off in quick succession there as quickly as I can, and I get him. I hit him. What funny thing you'll notice here is actually my rockets almost lock onto the pilot there as he ejects. But, again, he barely got away. I'm going to let him live for today. So I'm not going to go chase after him. But yeah, no, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That was a kind of a close call a few times there. But I got the jet and saved it, and now I have it. So it's a lot of fun. I recommend you try it. It might get frustrating, but just stick with it. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.